Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. This is part of our FNM series. Every week we're giving away a Force of Will here, and I'm actually playing here on a rare occasion. I will play if the attendance is not too high, and if there's an odd number of people, the stars aligned, and here we are in the finals. Turbo Depths versus Storm. Thoughtseize, taking a look at a very dangerous hand. Some fast mana, Past in Flames, Thoughtseize, Ponder, and I believe a Duress at the front of the hand. Dark Ritual or Ponder, definitely tempting cards here. Rituals in bunches are very dangerous. They can enable things like Past in Flames. They do play extremely well together. Being able to play them prior to the Past in Flames and then after. Of course, reaching 5 mana in a single turn for Ad Nauseam, very dangerous. It is one of the cards that doesn't really suffer the same type of diminishing returns that some other effects have. For example, a Fistful of Cantrips. Not really ideal. Not a ton of synergy there. However, Fistful of Rituals actually gets kind of better the more rituals they are very often. And a couple of basic lands here. Not the best start. Other than that, maybe an Urborg. Alright, so Urborg and now Sylvan Scrying gets this Dark Depths. And a Pithing Needle coming down. So the Dark Depths is in hand. Pithing Needle comes down. Likely naming that Polluted Delta. A little bit of glare here. We are slowly improving the channel. We've got the new mic. Hopefully this sounds a little better than earlier recordings. Definitely be able to fix the lighting as well. Just bit by bit trying to make this show better for you guys. Really appreciate all the feedback. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers. It's been really fun. A very positive response from the audience. And I certainly enjoy doing everything I can do to spread the love for this incredible format. And we've got a Dark Depths coming down here into the north. That grabs a basic swamp. And not really the best configuration here. Turbo Depths kind of fumbling a bit. Storm also a little bit handicapped with the combination of this Pithing Needle and the earlier discard. But Past in Flames is looming. That will eventually seal the deal. But Juka Bog being fired off now. Ponder from Adam. And that may prove to be a very important decision. Bogging then, bogging later. We'll see how this goes. Removing a counter from Dark Depths and now going to be able to remove 2 counters a turn. So essentially a 4-turn clock here for Adam. Preordain. That is an eternity to give a Storm player. Adam reading Bojuka Bog, making sure there'll be no shenanigans with Thespian Stage, copying it to remove the graveyard. It is just a ETB trigger. A fetch now from Adam. Will this be getting red mana as well? It does. So this Past in Flames likely going to be part of the equation very soon. If he can get some rituals. And Infernal Tutor, revealing Cabal Ritual. 4 cards in the graveyard. So nearly at threshold here. Things starting to get very dangerous. This slow depths plan of removing these counters, the way the card was printed, not likely to get there, given how explosive Adam's hand is. These mystery cards could easily be enough to propel him to a victory right here and now. Let's see what happens. Not really putting a ton of pressure on him. If he can get to threshold beforehand, his victory's pretty much going to be guaranteed. Oh, and the Lotus Petals. A pair of Lotus Petals easily catapulting him to threshold, giving him everything he needs. The colors of mana, the additional mana off of these Cabal rituals. A Thoughtseize just for kicks, and now Pass and Flames can be cast with this red mana, and time to replay it all. Both of these Cabal Rituals adding 3 extra black mana. And now Infernal Tutor with plenty of mana floating. And Tendrils will do it on the spot. He had enough mana floating that if need be, could have grabbed additional Infernal Tutors to Infernal, into Infernal, potentially even into another Infernal, each one of those adding an additional Storm. However, I was only at 17, and that's a wrap on game number 1. Sideboarding now. Probably my main criticism of the list that I've got built here is really the kind of out-of-date sideboard. This is a list that I've had together for probably at least a year. Threw it together for a player interested in trying out Legacy, and happy to actually lend this deck out for people who've never actually kind of tasted the power level of what may be Magic's most fun format at this point. I mean, there's just incredibly good games across a huge variety of archetypes. Combo, aggro, control, aggro control strategies like Delver. I mean, it would be difficult to really even get down a definitive list, like a completely comprehensive list of all of the decks in the format. I mean, it is just filled. I mean, things like Nick Fit, Death and Taxes, Doomsday. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities. Things that aren't even played, which are incredibly powerful, like Academy Rector. Magic is really in a tremendous place with the printings from Modern Horizons. The format is really up in the air. There's no definitive best deck. And decks that are considered to be really strong frontrunners often have some pretty challenging matchups given how varied the metagame is. Bayou coming out first here into Lotus Petal, the Vampire Hexmage. And this may be a turn 2 2020. Let's see what Adam can do. Preordained sees Past in Flames. A card that's certainly welcome in your hand if you've got enough gas to go along with it. A turn 2 2020, swinging for 2. Just for kicks here. Knock down the life total in case he happens to be able to fire off something like an Ad Nauseam. And now a Duress. And this shows another Dark Depths, along with Crop Rotation. Crop Rotation, one of the only ways to protect the Merit Lage token in the deck currently, though there has been a new printing, the Veil of Summer, which can do a great deal to protect Merit Lage. Adam giving the draw step. Oh, and Chain of Vapor. Interesting that he gave me the draw step there. Could have actually drew into another crop rotation, which would have been a disaster. Hexmage stuck in hand here. Really would rather have that on the battlefield. I don't know that there was any value in actually using that Sajiri step. Oh, and now we see why. That's going to be able to tap for mana, enabling the Sylvan Scrying were it not Thoughtseized. So there was a little bit of method to the madness there. Hexmage still in hand. Another black mana going to be needed to cast it, though. Right now, just Bayou for black. One more black mana needed. And looks like Adam has no shortage of black. He's just going to ritual into this Ad Nauseam, only expending a single ritual right off the bat, hitting Past in Flames, Infernal Tutor, Dark Ritual, Ponder. He's down to 5, now 4 off of this Chain of Vapor. Venturing very low. Preordain now. And it's going to be time to discard. I wonder if that was during my draw step, because he has not discarded cards. But no, he played a land. Played the island after. So it looks like there's cards set aside to the left, which are his hand concealed. And then we have 7 face-up cards. We'll see if this game state becomes more clear soon. There's a 20/20 can be made. But there is a Chain of Vapor in hand. Sajiri step, the only way to really protect it, and that is already in the battlefield. So I'm going to need to get rid of this Chain of Vapor in order to win. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm not clear. I think this may be an error. He has a ton of cards in hand. Duress shows Vampire Hexmage. Now another Lion's Eye Diamond, and that should probably do it from here. A pair of Infernal Tutors. So Chain of Vapor bouncing these Lion's Eye Diamonds. Those are being replayed, adding to the storm. Infernal Tutor, cracking both Lion's Eye Diamond. Most likely suspect here going to be Cabal Ritual, and that is what he goes for. He'll get double use out of this card. That's actually better than Dark Ritual in the deck. In all but the most broken of circumstances. As long as the game goes on for like a turn or two, Cabal Ritual almost always the better of the two. And now Dark Ritual still hellbent. He's going to be able to grab the tendrils. And that's going to do it. So Adam taking down a Force of Will here in our FNM Weekly Force of Will tournament. Congratulations. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.